Alejandro 404 official. What's happening, man? Welcome to the party. We're about to do a type racer real quick. But first, I still gotta set my stream up. Real quick, man. It's Mother's Day tomorrow. Hope you guys went and did something. Bought some flowers, a card, or whatever, you know. Make some plans, man. At least a phone call. Alright, type racer time, what's up? You guys ready? Am I ready? Am I ready, man? Is my camera crooked? What happened? Anyways. Type racer, type racer. Alright, first race is the warm-up, second race is the championship round. And I can't race by myself, man. I guess no condom Chris is here. It's just gonna be me and no condom Chris, aka Six Pack Sexy. Alright, warm-up time. Oh lordy. I can't beat no condom Chris, can I? Man, 135. I don't see you type that fast too often, man. Jeez. Anyways, that was just the warm-up. Let's do the championship round, man. Alejandro, where you at, man? You not in this race? What's going on? Alright, championship round. Just me and no condom Chris. It's gonna be an easy win. Don't defense isn't gonna like this, man, but we'll do it. We'll do it anyways. I mean, oh, that might be Alejandro right there. Alright, here we go. I'll give it 5 more seconds, man. I don't think anyone's gonna show up. But I did alert the Discord, so... Oh, somebody just showed up. Championship round. Alright, let's do it, let's do it. No one's showing up. Alright. Man, that is a terrible race. Damn, what happened, man? What happened? 94. Very, very slow for you. I couldn't even hit triple digits. I'm ashamed. Guy who joined messed up my reading. Yeah, dang. Well, what do you say? Should we just leave it at that? 99? I guess so. Looks like somebody's here though. No excuses. I like that. Let me put it up, man. Midnight Simon. 99 WPMs. Type Racer Champ. Well, no column Chris still one ahead, don't defense. And that was my 19th win. Alright, is it time for the daily problem? What do y'all say? I think it is time. Hamisa, what's happening? What time is it there? It is 7:51 p.m. Who won? What's happening, don't defense? I won, man. What are you talking about? I won that with a 99 WPM. You get lucky. Alright, alright. But I think if you were here, you probably won that one. No Conor Chris fumbled the ball. Well, something happened. But anyways, daily problem. Let me see if it's doable. Oh, I've already done it. Oh man, what time does the daily problem finish? Should I just submit this and then resolve it? I think I should. Alright, let me let me erase all that and resolve it now. Hopefully it's a seg tree problem. Man, they can't give seg trees for mediums, right? Alright, minimum equal sum of two arrays after replacing zeros. You're given two arrays, nums1 and nums2, consisting of positive integers. You have to replace all the zeros in both arrays with strictly positive integers such that the sum of the elements of both arrays becomes equal. Return the minimum equal sum you can obtain, or -1 if it is impossible. What? Save it here. What's happening? Welcome to the party. Let's see. So we gotta replace all the zeros with some number, and then we need to know the minimum equal sum that we can obtain. So how do I know if it's impossible, man? I guess we have to count how many zeros and how many and what's the sum, maybe. So like, let's look at example 1. Nums1, nums2. So we got 2 zeros and our sum is 6, right? And this one, we got 1 0 and our sum is 11. So how are we gonna do that? They say the answer is 12 because, I mean, we have to, each 0 is at minimum gonna be 1 because it has to be a positive number, right? And I think 0 is not positive. Who knows? But I assume we have, yeah. Assume we have to place it with at least 1. So how are we gonna solve this nicely? I don't know yet. So 12 would be the absolute minimum possible thing. Is there ever a case, like, how do you know what is the invalid case when we have to return -1? Maybe there's no zeros in one of the arrays. I don't know any other case. Let's look at some examples. Yeah, this one, 2 zeros, 4 some, and 5 some, but no zeros. Yes. Also, what if we had like 11 some in one array and like 12 some in another array, but this one had 2 zeros and this had 1 0? Is that possible? Yeah, I guess we could place like 2 here and then 1 and 1. Man, how did I solve this? This feels like I'd probably have a lot of wrong answers because there might be so many edge cases. Let me see. Oh, clean shot 2 times, dang. Well, 1 time because that one doesn't count. Okay, I gotta think this through. So, first things first, man. I think we gotta get the sums. And then we gotta get the 0 count. And then they're not equal in length, so I'd have to iterate through them individually. Do I need my index? I don't think so. Should I make this into a dang lambda function? Brent Arata, what's happening? Is it hot on the East Coast? It's not super hot right now. It's like 70s, maybe 60s today. Should I do it like this, man? I don't know. Yeah, that looks all right to me. Some 1 0 1 0 2, some whatever. Nums 1, oops, nums 1, nums 2. Alright, that should get me my sums and my zeros. Wing 0, thank you very much for the follow. And just eventing you, ev something. What's happening? Good luck with the contest, thank you. What's happening? Are you taking the contest? Who's taking the contest? So, geez. I guess how do I know if we can even do anything here? I guess the only way is I'm trying to think of the invalid cases. If there are no zeros, for sure. If there are no zeros in one of them, and that sum is below the other one, then it's impossible. But is there any case where there's zeros and it's impossible? Let me think. So can I have zeros in both arrays and not be able to make them equal? I'm not sure. Man, why is this problem so hard for me? Q Ultimus, how are you doing? How's the pre-game going? It's not going well right now, man. I'm stuck on this yesterday's daily problem. I was trying to finish it before. I think we have a new daily problem though. Yeah, I was trying to finish it before the time finished, but I failed. Big time. Spoop dude, what's happened? My girlfriend and I did it together yesterday. What you talking about, man? What y'all doing over there, man? Are you talking about the daily problem? Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Anyways, all right, so if the sum, man, why can't I think right now for this problem? I wouldn't personally post when you guys do it. All right. Let's see. I guess I'm just gonna put a bunch of crazy if statements. Should I be like, if if 0, 1, if there are no zeros and sum 1 is less than sum 2, then we can't do it, right? And the same thing for the other thing. This is certain for me. All right, what about if we do have zeros in both arrays? Then what is it, man? So like this one, it's 11 and 6. So it's something to do with evens and odds for sure, right? Because all right, if we had the same sum, let's say we had two 11 sums and one of them had 2 zeros and 1 0, then man, I don't know what this means. Then it would have to be 13, right? Because yeah. Maybe this is not great. I gotta think of all these cases, which I'm not great at. David Dexter 18, thank you very much for the follow. The sums are equal, you want to raise the value? Well, if the sums are equal and you have zeros in them, you have to replace all the zeros. So we have to put like numbers in the 0 slots. So then in this case we could put 1 and 1 in these 0 slots and then 2 in this single 0 slot. But and then I guess if it's like less, then this minimum possible would be 12 here, and then can we get 12 there? Yes. But if this is like 9, so then, alright. These are the impossible cases, and then is it just the sum plus the zeros, the minimum or the maximum of the sum plus zeros? Like sum 1 plus 0, 1, sum 2 plus 0, 2. This is my first guess, but I am not convinced this is gonna give a right answer to all examples or all test cases. So I'm trying to think of a case that will prove this wrong. Maybe it's not so hard. Let's try and think about that. Example 2? No, example 2 wouldn't prove this wrong because... Oh yeah, you are right. You are right. Save it here, thank you. I didn't have to look very far to find a test case. So, alright, we got sum 4 and 2 zeros, and then we got sum 5 and no zeros. So this is saying, oh yeah, so maybe this should be like sum 1 yeah, right? So I think with my modification that covers example 2. Norwegian Oiler in the house. How you doing, man? What's happening? This one with sum 5 is less than 6 and would return -1. Alright, is that it? I have a feeling there's other test cases, man. Sorry for leaking your wedding car in Discord, man. I don't know about all that. I think that's my wedding car. I had a wedding Subway. I didn't have a car, man. Send it? Yeah. I'll just send it and see what's up. Man, I was trying to overthink it. Sometimes I psych myself out too much. I guess I would have gotten that wrong test case there. Or maybe if I just hit run, I'd have found out that example 2 would have broken it. I was just trying to think of some test case that would not work for this, but maybe it works, you know? The Honda was all pretty for the wedding? Yeah, right. Let me show y'all. I think probably most people don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. Norwegian Oiler remembers one fact about me that I shared probably a long time ago, and the fact is I used to be I don't know what you call them. I used to be into cars. I used to have like a Honda, a souped up Honda. I was a racer, maybe. A Norwegian Oiler thinks this is my wedding car? Come on, man. Although those look real, man. That must be an expensive display of flowers. Looks like they need some new tires, man. Look at that thing. Trying to remember which car you ran. I thought it was a Mitsubishi. Yeah, my last car I owned was a Mitsubishi, but when I was younger, I had a Honda Civic that I souped up. My first car was a CRX. CRX are bumping. Figueroa 43. What's happening? Welcome to the party. Gims, how you doing? So I'm gonna do the daily now. Yeah, I'll do the real daily now. Here we go. 3 consecutive odds. Given an integer array, return true if there are 3 consecutive odd numbers in the array, otherwise return false. Alright, let's do this, man. So if that, oh, you know, last time I did something like this, I had a wrong answer because I didn't know that the mod 2 of a negative number is -1. But I think this would still work because I think only 0 evaluates the false, and even negative numbers will evaluate to true here. So even if this evaluates the -1, which I'm not sure there are negative numbers, there are only positive numbers here. But even if there were negative numbers, I do believe this would still work, whatever I'm about to do. So I'll just leave it. But it is good to know that this has positivity or negativity or whatever. I don't know the word for that. The signage, you know. Is there a word for the signage? Anyways, daily problem, and then I'll do... Wait. I put array. Don't worry about that, man. Good thing we didn't bet. I don't know what the hell I typed there. Compile error. Gims, you got eagle vision. Alright, here we go, man. Should I do the bi-weekly contest this morning that I did not do? Or what? Should I do it right now, or should I chill for a little bit before I do it? Maybe I should get some water. Let me think. I don't know if I'm ready. Pixel Pusher, what's happening, man? Are you ready for the contest tonight? Let me get some water. Be right back. All right, man. It's party time. A bit tired? Dang. You can't skip it, man. You gotta do it. Well, but I feel you on being tired. All right, here we go. Wait. Oh, snap. It's a UFC fight tonight. All right, here we go. Picked up a new MacBook Air. Very nice, man. Those laptops are sick. All right. Find most frequent vowel and consonant. You're given a string S consisting of lowercase English letters A to Z. Your task is to find the vowel with maximum frequency. Find the consonant with maximum frequency. Return the sum of the two max frequencies. I'll just use an unordered map because it's faster. So then A, E, I, O, U. So that's the vowels. And then how would I do the other ones, man? Let's see. So that should probably be a set, man. Jesus. I've already messed up my speed. This is a little bit crazy, but I've already typed it out, man. So can I just do count? I'll just use find. What the hell? This is not cash money, this solution, but I think it should work. Six, 3, whatever, send it. Bet Simp, what's happening? Knicks lost. I don't even watch basketball, man. Wait, you created the file so you could create unordered set? Nah, don't worry about that, Spoop D. I already typed out the vector, so I just reused it. It's not any kind of higher intelligence, man. It's actually because of lower intelligence. I got tickets from a coworker with a season pass. They lose that game. Dang. Next time you should probably not go if you want them to win. Alright, here we go. Minimum operations to convert all elements to 0. You're given an array nums of size n consisting of non-negative integers. Your task is to apply some, possibly 0 operations on the array so that all elements become 0. In one operation, you can select a subarray ij and set all occurrences of the minimum non-negative integer in that subarray to 0. Return the minimum of operations required to make all elements in the array 0. What? I don't know yet. Why is BetSim fan of the Knicks? Why not? Alright, so what are they talking about, man? One operation. A whole subarray. Why wouldn't I just select the whole thing, man? Why wouldn't I just select from 0 to n-1? Oh, the minimum non-negative integer to 0. I see. Dang. How the hell? So zeros are like partitions here. How are we gonna solve it? So this whole part. Alright, 10 to the 5th. And each number is 10 to the 5th. So is it like I recurse the whole thing. No. Man, what y'all talking about? Basketball? Don't defense, you're a basketball fan too? Nuller duh, also basketball fan. Everybody's basketball fan? Basketball hour? Not really. It's always nice to go. Yeah, I guess. Is it like, I guess it's playoffs right now, yeah? Alright. I gotta think here. I don't know what to do, but it seems. Oh, I see what they're talking about. It's not just the minimum number, it's all occurrences of the minimum number. Man, I don't even know what to think here. But if I can't solve this, I'm screwed, man. But hold on. I gotta use a bathroom. I can't think about this problem when I'm thinking about using the bathroom. Hold on, be right back. Alright, alright. What are y'all doing, man? What are y'all talking about? Anyways, back to this problem. How are we gonna solve this? That's what we need to figure out. Subarrays. What can we do with subarrays? I'm not sure. Maybe we can figure out. Maybe we can do. Anytime I think subarrays, or anytime I see subarrays, I think sliding window or prefix sum. In this case, oh, Hepta12 from YouTube. What's happening, man? How are you doing? Maybe sliding window might be okay here. Where? Alright, if this is our window, what about sliding window with prefix sums? Man, that sounds too intense for me, man. I don't think I've ever used sliding window with prefix sums. But here's my thinking. So if I slide a window until I hit a 0 and then I process that whole window, maybe there's some way I can calculate how many moves it would take. So this one says 3 because we have 3 numbers in the window, I guess. So maybe I don't even, yeah, maybe it's not really a sliding window. It's just kind of, you acquire all the numbers and then you hit a 0 and then you add however many distinct numbers in that window. So here we just have 1. Here we'd have 3. This one breaks my ideas though. Right? Because if I set all these 1s to 0, oh yeah, I see. So why is this one 4? This one is 4 because we set all these 1s to 0 and then now we have a bunch of 0s that we gotta split up by now. Alright, maybe I gotta think about something else. So I'd have to scan this whole thing, turn all the 0s, or turn all the 1s into 0s. Now I'm left with this. No. This is tough. I'm trying to think. Bunch of 0s. Sounds like the pep talk the coach gave us before the big game. What you talking about, man? Just scoring a bunch of 0s. That's all the points he got, man. Man, how the hell am I do this problem? Is this a seg tree problem? Because it does have a range. And we are updating stuff. But maybe try brute force. Brute force. Let's see. I mean, brute force. I don't know what I do for brute force, man. Maybe I just iterate through. Yes, I'm not. I don't even know what I do, pixel pusher. Hey, did you take the bi-weekly pixel pusher? Did you do this contest? Or are you kind of doing it right now? Doing it now with me? Dang. Have you done it? I mean, have you done this problem yet? You've successfully solved this one? Man. So this case, I think if I can figure out this case, maybe I can solve it, but Pixel Pusher is saying I should think of a brute force. So for sure I have to partition everything by zeros. Maybe that's what, if I had to brute force, that's what I would do. I just do the whole window thing. Anytime I hit a zero, yeah. So I like iterate through, do one whole pass, there's no zeros, so I'll just turn all the ones, the minimum number in that window, to zeros. And then now it's like this, and then do I do another pass, zeros. I don't know, man. I wonder if I binary search. Should I start thinking about doing some type of binary searching on the answer? Where... I don't even know how it binary search. I guess we just guess the answer, but I don't know how it validate that a guess is possible. So, all right, if I guessed 3 here, how do I know it's possible or not? Maybe I'd scan the whole array. So the validation function here probably needs to be in like ON or something, right? But I'm not sure how to do that in ON. 1. Do I do some type? Is this like a recursive problem? Where, all right, if I give it the whole array left to right, then I'm like, I find the minimum number. Every time I see the minimum number, I know it's gonna turn into a 0 in the next iteration, so I should like recurse in between or something. I don't even know, man. It's too much. This problem is too much for me. What else can I think about here? Should I try a different problem and come back to that one? Let me read this one. Maximum weighted k-edge path. You're given an integer n and a directed acyclic graph with n nodes labeled from 0 to n minus 1. This is represented by a 2D array edges where edges I equal u, v, w indicates that directed edge from node u to v with weight w. You're also given two integers k and t. Your task is to determine the maximum possible sum of edge weights for any path in the graph such that the path contains exactly k edges. The total sum of the edge weights in the path is strictly less than t. Return the maximum possible sum of weights for such a path. Man, what the hell are they talking about? Is this knapsack on a graph? K edges strictly less than t. So 2 edges strictly less than 4. And they want to know the maximum possible sum. Directed acyclic graph. Is it like a... I don't know. I feel like this problem seems... I don't know. I feel like it doesn't seem too crazy. But even though I'm not sure how to solve it immediately. Is this some type of sliding window contest, man? It's like a graph sliding window or something. Because it needs to have this many elements or edges. And then the sum needs to be less than that. So it's like we keep growing the window. And then once we're bigger than k, we gotta pop off like the left node, the right node, grow the node. But then how do you do like these types of traversals? Bobby Blue, what's happening? Simon is locked in? I don't know if I'm locked in, man. I can't solve any of these problems. I've only done Q1. Another Q1 gang. I think if you brute force Q2, you'll realize it. Alright. I'm gonna switch back to Q2, but I don't even know how to brute force it, Pixel Pusher. I mean, I do know, but I don't know. There might be multiple different ways to brute force. If I were to brute force, yeah, I'd do that thing where I just keep going until I see zeros and then turn the minimum element in that window to zeros. And then just keep that in a loop. But I don't see how to optimize it yet. I believe it's a W for you tonight, Bobby Blue, man. I'm on like a 10 streak losing spree. which is insane. Anyways, is this similar to the problem with the seg tree frequency of numbers? Man, I hope not, because it's a medium problem. They're gonna start labeling medium problems as seg tree problems. That's crazy. But it seems that's the direction we're headed in. My first solution for this problem was actually using a seg tree. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to find a non-seg tree solution here. Even though I did think a seg tree just because they're talking about these ranges, LR or whatever, you know. But how the hell, man? How the hell are we gonna solve this otherwise? Maybe if we start from the biggest numbers and work our way down, we can do something like that. Or what? I don't know what that would do for me. Anyways. Think about when you're erasing an index when it is not erased alone. When it is not erased alone, what does that mean? Yes, 1 2 1 2 1 2. First one, why is not erased alone? Yeah, I mean, because there's no zeros. Like, we only erase a single number alone when it's like the only count in between zeros, you know? So I'm trying, like, I don't know how to use that to solve the problem, but I feel like it is a big part about this thing. The zeros represent some type of like partition, you know? So maybe I count how many partitions. So for 0 partitions, no, I mean, a 1 would be a partition eventually. And then 2s would be a partition eventually. I don't know, man. Should I just give up? I can't solve any contest problems anymore, man. I was almost solving 4 out of 4, and then these days, I struggle to solve 2. Can you give a big hint? Yeah, sure. I give up, man. I don't even think I can solve it, man. Most solutions use monotonic stack. Oh, lordy. Monotonic stack. I didn't even think about that. Should have thought about that. Even with that, How would I solve it? Do you have an n squared solution? I think I could come up with an n squared solution, maybe. But or even think about ON. I mean, I never really think about brute force. Maybe that's a big problem for me. I don't even try to think about something that's not gonna pass usually. Monotonic stack though. One. What are we gonna do with a monotonic stack? Problem right now is that you're missing fundamental understanding on how a solution with min operations looks. I think you might as well brute force. Man, I will try. Oh, don't necessarily code it up. Alright. I mean, alright. If you're talking about just thinking about one, this is what I would do if I were. I don't feel like coding it. I hate coding up things that I know are just throwaways. That's why I don't like to code up brute force. Imagine if it was a Q1 with lower constraints. Yeah, if it was lower constraints, I'd just keep iterating on, like, what would I do? I'd probably just iterate until I see a 0. Yeah, man, what would I do? So I guess maybe I'd collect everything in a set or something like that. All the numbers in the set. So we have like 1 and 2. And then I just go from smallest number to biggest number and I'd start clearing them out. But once I see a number that's smaller than it, then I'd reset, like, or you know, add a new count or something. So here, let's say we're on this one number. So I'll iterate through. There's no numbers less than 1, so I'll just gather them all up, set them to 0. So that'll just be one operation. And then I go to the next number. L Minson, what's happening? So now I'm at the next number. And we're looking for a 2. So here's a 2. And as soon as I see a smaller number, I add whatever this cur is like the count of 2's. So here I add 1. And then I reset to 0. And then here I'm at a 2, so I increment the cur. There's a number less than 2. So then I add that, reset cur to 0. There's another thing. And now we have 4. And then that's it. There's no more numbers bigger than that. So that's how I'd solve it with brute force. But I don't know how to optimize an idea like this. Oh. I guess it's kind of like if there's a number smaller than a current number in between it, they are separated. But you're saying I can use a monotonic stack to do something there. I don't know what we do with this monotonic stack. Let me try and play around. So here we have 1 in our stack. We go to the next number, it's 2. What does this mean for us? I'm not sure what this means for us. Type racer. Alright, 1 second, man. Let me try and finish my thoughts here. Maybe just push the 2 in there. Keep. Wow, there's something bigger than it. Oh, I think I'm seeing something now. So while there's something bigger than the current number in the stack, I should push it and add 1. Or well, in this one, like if there's a multiple 2s there, okay, I think I'm seeing something. Overfit. Thank you very much for that Prime subscription. All right, let's go to the type racer, and I have some ideas with this monotonic stack. So, all right, first things first, overfit goes up on the board. Thank you so much, overfit. Look at that, overfit, 2 stars for 2025. All right, next up we got type racer. You guys ready? Psyching yourself out. This is a very classic LeetCode problem. I don't think it's a harder Q2 than 1 or 2 years ago. Man, I don't think so. I think it's a lot harder than a Q2. 1 or 2 years ago, a Q2 would be almost like, I don't even know. It would be so easy to code, man. Like less than 10 minutes or something. Anyways, maybe I'm just that much worse at LeetCode, it seems. Type racer. I did code this in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, but you're a grandmaster, man. I'm not a grandmaster. You could code the whole contest in less than 10 minutes. Anyways. Alright, first race warm-up, second race championship round. man. What the hell did I just type? Pixel pusher 160 miles per hour in the warm-up. And everybody's fast. Look at that. That was an edgy quote? Yeah, I don't even know what I typed, man. Alright, here we go, here we go. Championship round coming up. Wait, Grom Cakes, what's happening? Where you at, Grom Cakes? Are you in here? I'm waiting on you. Everybody is here. Alright, let's go, let's go. You're a guest? You better log in, man. What you talking about, guest? Anyways, time to party. Man. One of my worst typing performances ever. Anyways. Alright, Pixel Pusher 154. Would I have won if I didn't miss the warm-up? Nah. Let me see. Icy Black Leaf 61. 100 factorial. You never know. Alright, wait. What was that speed, man? 154. Alright, Pixel Pusher with another W, 77th win. Alright, let me go back to this dang contest that I can't do. Alright, let's see, let's see. Do I need my index here? I don't think so, but maybe I should. So while there's something in our stack and the top is equal to num's I think we can just pop it, right? And then while there's something in our stack and the top is greater than num's I, then we can also pop it, but every time we increase the answer count. Does that make sense? I just add the size of the stack after that? I'm not sure, man. 246. Not correct. Not correct. 246. Oh, but if it's 0, then what do we do if it's 0, man? I don't want zeros. 1, 4, 6. No. Alright, so here, what am I doing wrong? So the 1 goes in, or the 3 goes in there. And 3 gets popped, 1 gets added. Maybe let me think about that. One, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. I'm not confident this solution is good, but I'll send it anyways. What are you talking about, man? Only cowards do virtual? Yeah, right. I do virtuals all the time. Well, looks like I got the solution there. But I know monotonic stack is a weakness of mine. So even though I got this, I wouldn't have gotten it if Pixel Pusher didn't tell me monotonic stack. At least I don't think I would. Alright, should we try this next one? Maximum weighted k-edged path. Yes. And is 300, so 300 nodes. It's a DAG. Wait, 1K out of these 2K people that solved it are ChatGPT. 2K seems insane for this problem. This problem right here? And so he's saying this problem is really hard. Man, I'd say 3K for this problem seems a little bit high too, but maybe not, I don't know. Not really hard, but not 2K solves easy. Yeah, anytime I see 2K solves before the era of LLMs, I would say I probably can't solve something that only had 2K solves, or it's like a 50-50 for me. Well, this problem, I would think of some type of sliding window, but then when we're at a node that has multiple children, I don't know. I don't know how to proceed. I just keep creating copies of, do I like keep a vector of my path and create, or a deck or something so I can pop left? So do I use a deck? Copy the deck, each recursion. I don't know if I'll hit memory limit exceeds or time limit exceeds if I did that. Yeah, I'm doing something like that, or Like, how do I know the sum? The sum here. Everything is positive. All the weights are positive. Right? Oh, dang, the weights are only 1 through 10. Is that something I should think about? Acyclic is a big hint. My graph theory is not that good to know what acyclic gives a hint for. I know what it means, but I don't know what type of hint that means, you know? Wait, poop maker, what's happened? I don't know what the word even means. Yeah, don't worry, it's all good. Don't defense says it means no cycles. Alright. Maximum possible sum of edge weights for any path in the graph. This is exactly what a sliding window would solve if it was like a vector, right? Where you just keep growing the window, and then if it's bigger than the sum, then we start popping nodes off the window. So let me just try and implement that and see what's up, man. So maybe first I should like create an adjacency list. Oh, what the hell, don't defense? A bicycle, man. You thought a bicycle was some type of crazy graph or some type of like not acyclic but bicyclic? That's crazy. Anyways. What am I doing here? I'm making my adjacency list, so and it's a DAG, so that means source to destination from node U, so source 0, destination 1. What was I doing? 0, so this is the source to destination. Yeah, that's the only thing I need. It's not bidirectional, so only one way flows. Oh dang, but they're weighted. Forgot. So we gotta push back maybe the weights. And then that little amount of edges, can we brute force it? We could probably brute force that, man, but I don't know, maybe. Yeah, wait, how would we brute force that? Anyways, let me just continue what I was gonna do. I was gonna use a deck and some type of DFS or something. Guess I could do like BFS, DFS. Doesn't really matter, huh? Does it matter? I don't know. Using is a in function define. I don't know what using is, man. I just use it a lot because I've seen some other people use it. What was I trying to do? solve this problem. That's right. All right, let me make like some DFS thing going on here. Am I used to using? Yeah, I use using a lot. At work, we use it a lot too. Alright, what was I doing? I'm gonna say we gotta iterate through. Maybe with a deck. So what is K? What is T? K is how many edges? T is sum of the weights. Okay. So maybe I also need current sum or something. Alright, so I'll iterate over all the children. So it's like the weights and the child in there. I don't even know what to do, man. We're looking for the maximum weights, or the maximum weight that's less than something that has that many edges. Man, can I even solve this problem? I don't know. Don't defense is psyching me out. He says he doesn't think 2,000 people can solve this problem. I think using can also do some things with templates that typedef can't, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know any tricks with this using, except I just use it to make typing a lot smaller. At work we use it for, I don't know, like basically the same thing. Like I use it here either for like this or namespaces, like shortening the namespace of something so you don't have to put the fully qualified name. Anyways, what are we doing, man? I'm trying. So this is a deck. This deck has to be, I guess we can have up to K+1 edges in there. So I guess the first thing in this DFS would be like to process the node. Oh, but there's no... DFS. Oh, the sum. That would be... That's what I'm trying to do. But how do I make sure that things are within bounds? So maybe while this is greater than K+1, some minus that, and then pop left maybe. So that's while the size is too big, we gotta do that. But also, can I also say, and our current sum is greater than or equal or just greater than t? Hepta5, welcome to the party on Twitch. How you doing, man? So the path needs to contain exactly k edges. So maybe now here I can be like, if it's equal exactly k edges. So what is in here? These are the weights in here. Let me think what I'm doing. Should this be just k then? Because these are the weights, even though it's processed. Yes. Alright, let me try something like this and see what's up. So where do we begin? We have to begin at some root nodes, I guess. How do I know which ones are the root nodes? Do I have to count in degrees, man? Alright, let me count some in degrees. So an in degree means, what does that mean for us? E1 plus plus. Count radians, what? Oh, counts in radians. I like degrees more than radians. I see t-shirt says RC. Is there a language that uses RC as common iterators? No, it's just the name of the variable that people use. You know, like when you iterate over an array, you'd use I, something like this. But if you have a 2D matrix like this, you know, how some people do this is like that. I don't prefer it this way. When I'm iterating over a 2D matrix, I like to use R less than rows, and then C less than calls. And that's what this shirt is talking about, man. Your choice of variable names when you're iterating over a 2D grid. So rows and columns. IJ, it's okay. RC, it's the best. And XY, 2 thumbs down, man. That's the worst. XY is really bad because it's inverted in a 2D grid versus in the Cartesian plane. So, you know, in a Cartesian plane, the bottom left is usually 0, 0. But in a 2D grid like this, the top left is 0, 0. And the X is on a different axis. So I think XY is the most confusing one if you're doing this stuff. Anyways. Trey Brown from YouTube, what's happening, man? Hope all is well. All is okay when it comes to these contests. I'm doing so bad these days. It's terrible. Alright, so we just counted our in degrees. Now maybe I'm just going to iterate over all of our edges or all of our nodes, and I'm gonna be like, if the in degree is 0, then I should probably DFS from that node. Anyways, this is just a shot in the dark. I highly doubt it's gonna work. There's no pop left. There's a pop front. It ain't right, man. Only that one is okay. How the hell am I get 8? It's crazy talk. Oh, I got 3 here. So it says less than, strictly less. Okay, so that's an issue. No. Yeah, greater than equal to 338. Still interesting. Oh, maybe there should be an or. Trey Brown says, I'm struggling to learn DSA. It's my ego with a fear of failure. Trey Brown, I think I understand what you're going through, but you can't be afraid. You just gotta, everyone struggles with data structures and algorithms initially, unless you're literally a certified genius, you know? So if you're not a certified genius, then I think it's okay to struggle learning these concepts, and it's okay to not understand all the concepts the first time you try and study them or read them. Sometimes it takes me many attempts for an idea to sink into my brain. Many attempts over the course of many days or weeks, man. I didn't start to get comfortable with DP problems until maybe 1 year in or 2 years in. So don't you worry. The struggle is real and the struggle is normal. Alright, now we're getting something a little bit closer. 3, 2, 0, but -1. What's -1 mean? No path exists. So maybe I can just have this -1. Should I send that? Is this gonna pass? I doubt this is gonna pass, but I'll send it anyways. Time limit exceeded. Not surprised. So this is what I wasn't sure about, man. If this would do that. Aren't you copying the deck every time? I am, and I'm now thinking of how, if I can even just use the same deck and not copy it, you know? I didn't want to think about that initially. But I'll try some things. I don't know if this is going to be correct, because potentially there could be some issues where there's nothing in the deck, you know? Maybe. I don't even really know. Crazy. Should I copy this test case to see if it works? No, it doesn't work. Yeah, so I don't think my solution will work here. I don't think I can just use that deck like that. What's in the deck? The inside the deck is the weight, the edge weights. Why doesn't it work? I don't know. But I'm not getting the right answer. But I figure I'm like messing with, I'm like popping stuff off the deck here. So I think if I did something like this, maybe I'd have to think about, instead of, maybe I need prefix sums. Or, so if I did prefix sums, I could get the last three things always. And then I just need to check that it is less than t. So I think this doesn't work because I'm popping things off. And sometimes maybe there might be like nothing to pop off or whatever, you know. Although I'm not too sure, but maybe no, it feels like I gotta do some type of prefix sums. Oh wait, also, if I do that, then my sums are gonna be messed up. I don't know. I'm feeling lazy though, I'm not gonna lie. We got an hour before the contest actually starts. I'm still on this virtual contest, but I don't know if I have any time left on it. Oh, I got 12 minutes left in my virtual. Should I adjust this with prefix sums, man? Or am I too lazy to do that? If I use a prefix sums, then I don't see why it wouldn't work. Right? Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Should I try it or what? Let me erase this junk. Let me think. So if I have, so I need to, my current sum, okay, that looks all right. And then I gotta be like, let me try and science it. So if this is initial, go in, hit this one. So we're looking for k equals 2. 1, 2. So I'm looking for n minus 2, right? N minus k. N minus k. So if it's greater than k, then I can do that. I don't know what to call this. Let me think, because I gotta change some things here. I'm still making a copy here, man. I shouldn't do that. So I gotta add or should I just say new weight? Let me think here. So if this sum is less than t, something like this. Two zero zero. That ain't right, man. Where is it messing up? And alright, so let me try and step through this. So I'll add 1 and 2. Wait, 1, 2. So it'd be 0, 1, and 3. And there should be 3 elements in my prefix sum. There should be 0, 1, 3. 0, 1, 3. So maybe how am I guessing 2 here? N minus 1 minus k. Yeah, should I just send that? Time limit exceeded. Alright, why is this one not working now? Is it that slow, man? Not making copies. How's this not working? Am I tripping? Alright, I'm all out of ideas for this problem, man. I think this one has defeated me. So I'm using these prefix sums. I'm not creating copies of the vector. I'm still running into time limit exceeds. Is my calculations wrong? Like, I feel like this should not time limit exceed, but it is. Why is it exceeding time? unsure. What the heck is going on, man? Anyways, should I look at an answer? Or what? Dang, look at that. Almost. So close. What can I do to speed this up? Or maybe my idea is just not sufficient enough. Let's try and think a little bit more. I don't see anything obvious to me that I could change. Using references everywhere to make sure I'm not creating copies. Yeah. I guess it's just not fast enough, man. But it feels like it should be. So might be it for me, man. I'm cooked tonight. It's not looking great. 1 minute left in the virtual contest, and I'm done for. Should just look at some solutions now. Or do I have to wait? Let me just look it up, man. Where is it? 3543. I don't have it. Crazy. DP with memoization. How the hell? How do you do DP on this, man? I still don't know what's going on here. So it's like, okay, you take it. You take it if you can take it. It's like knapsack. Dang, you know, I had thought about knapsack initially, and then I forgot that I thought about knapsack. Jeez, now I can solve it. I should be able to solve this one, man. I can't believe I fumbled it so hard. Should I adjust my thing to try and do that? Man, I don't know why this fails though. I think that this would be fast enough, but clearly it's not. I guess this is not even gonna print because it times out. Oh dang. Let me see how big it gets. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just joking around at this point, man. Okay, so I guess I can't calculate things right because I thought 300 nodes would mean it didn't blow up that much, but I guess it does. Anyways, let me do the knapsack stuff. So I'll have the current sum, and I'll have remaining or whatever. So here, the remaining would be k, and the current sum is 0, and then I have to cache it, but we'll figure that out in a bit. Or let me just add the cache now. So the cache is going to be on remaining and the current sum and the index, maybe I, or the node. So 300 times 300 times 600. Man, that's still a lot. How did I do this? Is it just on... Let me think. wonder if it's just on K and T. And the node, right? Try to go look at the solutions again, man. Oh, Brett, what's happened? Wait, what do you mean that? You mean just having the cache on K and T alone and not the node, like a 2D? Wait, vertex KT? How does it work though? Because maybe I need a refresher on acceptable states without TLE, because I'm just multiplying like the vertex. There's 300. There's 300 of these two, and then there's T, the sum. And if I multiply them out, it gives me that crazy number, you know? Which is, feels like this number is too big. 54 million, yeah. Not bad. Wait, that's all right. I always thought this number had to be like a million or less. $100 million is fine territory. Too much, but a lot of states won't be reached. It memory limit exceeds with vector, vector, vector. Yeah. I wouldn't even attempt it because I'd multiply them out and I'd feel like the numbers are too big. But Brett, you're saying it should be okay? I mean, Pix Pusher is saying we should use the thing. That's what I meant about acyclic being a big hint earlier. Wait, how does that correlate, Pixel Pusher? Paths will only have unique nodes, and there are at most 300 edges for 300 nodes. Yeah, I don't know what that means for me though. That means like, because when I do the raw calculations, it seems way too big. But you're saying because it's acyclic and the number of edges equals the number of nodes, then somehow it makes it okay. My graph theory is too weak, man. All right, let's try it. I think the main hint is that DAG often leads to DP. Why is that? I should just try and remember that, or is there a reason why DAGs often lead to DP? There's a deeper connection. Oh man, I don't know if I can understand the deeper connection, but for now I'll just try and remember that. Every DP problem can be a DAG. Interesting. So I don't know if I feel like finishing this up, man. The contest is about to start. Maybe I should just take it easy until then. Generally speaking, there are classic DP problems involving path lengths on a DAG. Yeah, I am interested, Brett. Let's see what you did. Dang, look how easy that is for you. What the heck? So you create the adjacency list, and then if the sum is greater than equal to, it's bad. If the path is finished, just return the sum. And then p path, that's how many things in there. Oh, that's s plus c. I don't know what. Weight and something. C's wait, so W? Oh, I got confused. I guess W is the U or vertex or something. C is cost. I would think W means weights, but clearly that's not the case, you know. I see. So it's really just like knapsack. And I guess Python just handles a cache nicely. But in C++, apparently, using a vector cache would memory limit exceed, and you have to use a... Wait, Pixel Pusher, can I see yours? Or maybe you can just say how you made the unordered map. Do you just use a string key? Like you just created a key by string? Wait, I did vector unordered map. I see. Well, I don't see. Which one is the unordered map? On which state? Like... Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I was thinking of just creating a string key from the weights, the vertex, and the remaining edges. Anyways, that's it. That's it. Oh, man. I'm not feeling it. I haven't been feeling it for the last few months in these contests. But anyways, let's do our big bet, shall we? Will my rating go up or down? Let's take a look at how bad my rating has been lately. It's been straight off the cliff, man. I'm almost into the 1800s now. Insane. I'm about to lose my night badge. I could probably lose my night badge after this contest, which I don't know what I'd do if that happens, man. I guess I'll just keep on keeping on. But look at all that red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days of red. Or 10 things of red. Alright, here's the prediction. Will my rating go up or down after this contest? We must be close to rock bottom, man. Like, how much further can I fall? That's what we're betting on, basically. Can I fall even further? I think so. 1900, yeah, man. Turn of the century. No Condom Chris. It doesn't feel great dropping from like way in the future to like almost prehistoric times, man. But we gotta keep on keeping on, because who cares about racing? That's what I've always said. Don't worry about your racing. And so I'm trying to like walk the walk and not just talk the talk. What was solve time for last one? Wait, what do you mean solve time for the last one? Finish time? Wait, which one? My finish times are terrible these days. Here, I'll pull up my contests. Finish time, I had 2 bugs last week. It was silly. But I haven't hit a Q3 in a really long time. At some point, getting Q2s and not Q3s will raise up. Yeah. The last time I hit a Q3 was February 1st. Wow. And then something happened where if you do Q2 very fast, I think you can go up from 900. Man, I think so too, but I can't hit Q2s fast anymore these days. I can't do anything fast these days. Alright, type racer real quick. Why do you LeetCode DevRay? Sometimes I ask myself that very question. Like, why the hell am I doing LeetCode, man? I don't know. I actually don't know why I LeetCode. I suppose it is something like how people do New York Times crossword puzzles or whatever. I just kind of do LeetCode casually now. So it's just something to get my brain going a little bit. I used to say I do LeetCode because I want to be interview ready, but I don't even want a job anymore, man. I'm not looking for a job, so I gotta ask myself that, DevRay, and I gotta do some self-reflection on why I LeetCode. Here we go. Type racer, first race is the warm-up round. Alright. I think one of the biggest reasons why I LeetCode is because of this community. I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm gonna disappoint a lot of people. So maybe peer pressure is why I LeetCode. The number one reason is peer pressure. Or something like that. Alright. Championship round. Six Pack Sexy won that warm-up round with 113 miles per hour. Oh wait, did I did I send the thing to the Discord? No, I didn't. I forgot. Okay. Championship round time. Here we go. Let's see. 10 people in here. Tons of guests today. Are y'all ready? Let's try it out. 146. Dang, that's one of the slower races I've seen from Pixel Pusher. Slow today, yeah. No Condom Chris could probably hit you one day if he gets any faster, man. He's been getting real fast. Q with the 111. Guest 92. Guest 90. Clistar 64. Also slow today. Alright, that's it. Type Racer Champ Pixel Pusher with 146. $78 wins. Dang, that's a lot of wins. Back-to-back championships. Not surprising. Anyways, what are we gonna do? Contest starts in a few minutes. 23 minutes. Hopefully I can start bouncing back soon, man, because it's not a great feeling to have such terrible performance in the last 2-3 months, you know. Maybe I do have to train more, but for what, man? Just so I can get imaginary ratings? I don't know if it's something I want to put my time into. But I will continue to compete. I guess once my rating starts to stabilize, it won't be too bad. Oh no. These are the tools of your trade, gotta refine them. I don't know if they're the tools of my trade, man. It's just the entrance exam or something. So, I mean, it seems the bi-weekly contest wasn't too crazy. It was hard for me. Let me not trip. It was very hard for me. And I don't think I'd have done well if I had taken it. But the questions seemed at least solvable, you know? In some of the more recent contests, I don't think the questions were solvable for me. Because they use techniques that I don't have the knowledge about, like rolling hash or segment trees or whatever. But this contest, the topics were like within my range, I guess. Yeah, Q3 medium is nice. Yeah, I think so. I think that Q3 was, I don't think I'd have gotten it because of the whole cache thing wouldn't work. But I think I got the idea relatively quickly, even though I didn't pursue that idea, the knapsack idea. I didn't pursue it because it seemed like the states wouldn't work, but I was wrong. I guess time will tell how tonight goes. I might just rage quit if I don't think I stand a chance. Anytime I rage quit, my rating drops really bad. Like this one, I probably rage quit 1 out of 4. I believe in you today. Man, that means you don't believe in me some of these days, Q. That's okay to not believe in me. I don't believe in me these days either, so. Alright, here's the bets, man. Nobody's nobody wants easy money on down. Alright, place your bets. The contest starts in 20 minutes. And we're betting on, will my rating go up or down? And I've been going down for 10 contests in a row. I don't know if I'll ever see 2K again, man. 2K rating. We'll see. I don't see the bet. What do you mean you don't see the bet? Is it bugged or something? The bet is there. Noon. Thank you very much for the hydrate. Cheers. Yeah, the odds, huh? You could be rich, Q. You could be real rich. Alright, man. 19 minutes to go before the contest starts. Will my rating go up or down? I think it's gonna go down, but dang, Icy Black Deep, $20 on down. Oh, jeez. Yes, this is what this is probably what athletes feel like when they've played in a sport for so long and they're way past their prime and they just start to see their numbers go down every single season. Their numbers just decline, you know? That's how I feel right now. Sergeant Pepper, what's happening? And Kamen Yin, how you doing, man? What do you think changed 10 weeks ago? Did you start focusing on web dev stuff and maybe that's what's affecting you? I think a number of things are affecting me. I started focusing on the web dev stuff last year in November. But recently, I don't know, I think the LLM models have gotten better. Maybe more people are using them. The contests have also gotten harder. So I think LeetCode is trying to make the contest problems like super original and novel. So that means they're naturally harder because they're trying to write problems that LLMs cannot solve, which makes it so that normal people also can't solve them. So I think that's also been a problem for me. And maybe I had high ratings before because I could solve Q1, Q2, Q3 really fast. But these days, I can't even solve Q2 fast, you know? Why don't you do HackerRank? I don't know, I've never tried HackerRank. LeetCode always makes me anxious. Meta is reaching out again, so I may give it a try. El Minson. Yeah, just start studying LeetCode. It's not too terrible, I think. Think you're a little too hard on yourself? What do you mean, man? I'm not being hard on myself, am I? It is clear what's happening. I'm not performing well. It's like the capture problem, they made them so hard that only bots could solve them. Yeah, I think so. That's that's kind of what's going on. Are people just passing the problem and then pasting the code in, or is it all automated as well from LLMs? I think they're doing both. Some people just paste the problem and copy and paste the code in. Some people probably have like an API to do it as fast as possible. You need a better LLM? Yeah, maybe. Per sizzle, is it because you lost the long hair? What are you talking about? Lost the long hair, man? You're crazy. Think I'd lose my long hair? There's my hair. Also hard to know who's getting stuck and then just asking an LLM for hints. Yeah, so maybe some people aren't totally cheating. like just copy and pasting solutions, but perhaps there's a larger number of people just asking for a hint or asking to debug their code, like why it doesn't work, and maybe that's also affecting my rating a bit because I don't ask ChatGPT or LLMs anything during the contest. So, but I do Google some stuff sometimes. How many years you need to get such long hair? I've been growing my hair since 12 years or so. I never thought about asking for hints. I wouldn't do that though. Okay, Q. I believe you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not asking for hints either, but maybe in a virtual contest or something. Imagine you use VS Code or Cursor to edit the code and then it just happens to suggest something. No point to cheat at this point. Yeah, I agree. I think like cheating doesn't, like the rating isn't really mean anything. I suppose maybe for me it might mean something because I stream and whatever, and maybe if people see that my rating sucks, they're not gonna want to watch because they think I suck, which might be true. It seems I might suck, My number's 1454 ranking and only 45% acceptance. Which ranking are you talking about? Your contest rating? I always wondered what was allowed during them. Googling, or whatever. Does LeetCode not know when you leave the tab and come back in, paste stuff? No, they don't know that. A little positivity never hurt. I haven't been here long, but for when I've seen you're pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to stay positive when I've been failing 10 weeks in a row, man. But I guess one thing I'm certain of is at some point my rating will be so low that solving Q1 fast will get me positive ratings. And I don't think we're quite there yet. I'd have to fall a lot more for that to happen. Won't fail this week? What are you talking about, man? You just voted on no. Anyways. Feel like they could benefit by making their different tier contests or even paid contests. Wait, what paid contest? That sounds crazy, man. How's paid contests? People still cheat for a paid contest though, right? That's just for the money? Yeah, we'll see. Tiered contests. Maybe the tiered contest thing might help with the difficulty of problems they're trying to give us. Because, alright, my main thing why I'm not happy with the contest is LeetCode is supposed to be an interview prep site, man. And I feel like the contest questions used to be a great way to gauge how ready you are for an interview, because the questions are kind of realistic on what you might get in a 4-round interview. But lately, I don't think it's true anymore, man, unless the interviews out there have gotten so hard or something. But I feel like these questions are always way beyond what you'd see in an interview, especially Q3, Q4s. Q2 maybe would be like on the hard side of an interview. So I think LeetCode is slowly becoming more and more competitive programming focused, I think paid would make them cheat less because if they get caught, there is more risk. I would never pay to get tortured with algo puzzles. Yeah, I don't think I'd pay to go in a contest, but we'll see. Most of them are probably broke. Need rolling hash and seg trees for Q3. Seems kinda nuts. That's what I'm saying, Q. Maybe if we're on code forces it's normal. Yeah, seg tree or monotonic stack for Q2. That's what I'm saying, Leet Whale. What the hell is going on, man? Hey, Leet Whale, how have you been doing? You're like a certified guardian in my eyes. Are you holding up well out there? Uh-oh. Looks like you're still a guardian, but I mean, you're looking alright to me, man. I've been on a losing streak, yeah. I feel you. I've been on a crazy losing streak. But your streak doesn't look so bad. Your losing streak. Use monotonic for the Q2. Oh yeah, I did monotonic stack, but I needed that hint from Pixel Pusher. Leet Whale is similar to mine, but he's still a guardian. Yeah, I'm not even close to a knight. I'm almost close to losing my knight badge. Let's see. 8 minutes left. Dang, Pixel Pusher is bumping. Peaked at 2206 and then slightly losing a bit of ranking recently, but not too much. It's risky to take the contest, man, if you care about your ratings and stuff. But man, I think y'all are still doing pretty good. Maybe not as good as you used to, but very consistent still. Look at all that green, man. Crazy. And only 2 years. Also nuts to me. How insane. I think Pixel Pusher's Rise Up is one of the best like 0 to Guardian I've ever seen. I don't know Pixel Pusher's background, but the only people that I've seen go from 0 to Guardian without actually knowing algorithms are people who are like PhD in physics and math, and they're just learning to program now. Those people I've seen like reach Guardian relatively quick, but for just a regular person, it doesn't happen as fast as Pixel Pusher does it, you know? And it seems you were a true 0 in the beginning of 2014 because you're like getting 1 out of 4 back then. That means, wow, insane. Math background is very helpful. Yeah, Pixel Pusher does everything fast. That is true. You gotta give us some tips, Pixel Pusher. Like how were you able to rise up so fast? Besides the crazy work ethic. Maybe that is all you need, is crazy work ethic. And 160 plus WPMs. Hard work does the job, yeah. I think hard work is like 90% of everything, man. Or at least 80%. Attention span 2 OP. Yeah, Pixel Pusher knows how to focus. I mean, let's see. Whale is up there, man. Maybe Whale is also 0 to hero real fast. I guess Whale did the same climb. Like, I don't see any 1 out of 4s in the beginning, but still very crazy climb. Yeah, that's the only thing in common is just crazy amount of studying, all green every day. That's the secret, man. Did 10 contests and quit. Yeah, Brett, but you were already like a guardian before you did your first contest. I just don't see myself doing anything else. I don't even care about typing. That's crazy, man. Are you guys very young? I'm not very young. I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30. Way closer. I don't know how old Pixel Pusher or Killer Whale is. Anyways, contest starts in about 5 minutes, man. Maybe this is my time to get some more ratings back. Dang, Pixel Pusher turned 21 in August. That is insane, man. Not only is he so much faster at typing than everyone else and so much better at algorithms than everyone else, but also he's so much younger than everyone else, man. I think you are probably one of the youngest people in this stream, Pixel Pusher. Feels like numbers, yeah. It kind of does. Yeah, numbers is younger. I think numbers is probably like 19 now. Maybe 18, 19. I don't know. When I first started to stream, he was like a 16-year-old high school kid doing LeetCode contests under his blanket because his parents wouldn't allow him to do the contest. And now he's at one of the top universities in the world, and I think his parents have allowed him to compete in competitive programming. Maybe they didn't understand it before. Alright, contest starts in less than 3 minutes, man. So remember, if you want to take the contest, you should probably register before. Alright, here we go. Should we get ready? Wait, is the bet still going on? Will my rating go up or down? Place your bets. You only got a few seconds left. How do I get my focus for algos back? Man, I don't know. I guess you have to believe that you can get a big tech job, or at least an interview, because that's probably the reason why most people grind algorithms, is so that they can pass their technical interview. Oh shit, let me set up for contest time. Oh lordy. Oh, Chi-Chi Impact, what's happening, man? I'll see y'all. Oh, Chi-Chi Impact does a post-contest review. Everybody should know that here. If you don't know that, well, now you know, and you should go follow Chi-Chi Impact. No rage quit? I don't make any promises, man. Alright, here we go. Less than a minute? Yeah. Good luck and have fun, I guess. I'm not gonna be reading chat, especially for Q1, maybe Q2. Maybe as I get later in the contest and I start to get stuck, maybe I'll start to look at chat a little bit more. Oh lordy. Game time. 15 seconds to go. You got this? Thank you, thank you. I'll try my best to a certain point. right, Q1. Q2, done. Oh lordy. Q3, Q4 are both hard. Let's see if I can solve any of them. I'm not sure if I can do either of these Q3s or Q4s. Q. Neither do I, man. I don't know how to do Q3. Don't defense. I'm on Q3. I had Q2 in 8 minutes and 40 something seconds. I think my rating is gonna go up for sure, but I'm still gonna try Q3. I'm at 8 minute 23 second right now. Q2 finish. My current rank is 716. And I have an idea for Q3 that I'm gonna see, but I have my concerns, man, because only 59 accepted submissions for Q3 right now. But I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. Maybe I have a chance. I forget what I was doing. Let me focus. just give up. I don't know what to do. Anyways, I think I'm giving up, man. I'm out of ideas. Feeling a little bit lazy too. The juice ain't worth the squeeze for me at this point. So I'm out of here. But I think my rank is going up. For sure, it should be. Unless by some miracle everybody starts to solve Q3 and Q4 in the last 30 minutes. But here I am. This is where I'm at. 753 currently, but I expect this to fall maybe to like 1200. I gave Q3 a decent shot. I have some ideas, but I don't think I have one wrong submission for Q3. Mathematical Turtle just solved Q4 a few seconds ago. Nice. I thought about Q4. I have some ideas, but not worth implementing, I think. Maybe it's worth like up solving. Dang, I'm down to 960. So I think maybe my final rating might be around, I don't know, 1500 or so. Less than 2k, which I think a top 2k finish will get me positive rating. Anyways, I'm out of here, man. Should I go raid somebody? Should I raid this guy? Dang, this guy's doing the contest. Oh man. He's crushing it. Yeah, no con Chris AKSR there. Alright, I'm out of here, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on Monday. Should we just go raid now? Man, if this guy's solving Q4, he must be real good. Dang. Well, who knows? Anyways, thank you everyone. See you later, Q, Mathematical Turtle, Alan X Bot. Have a good night. Bro meets Meko. Have a good night. See you later. Everyone from YouTube. Bill Gates, maybe. Thank you for tuning in. Don't defense. See you next time. Wedgie me veggies. Have a good night. Kamen Yin. See you later. El Minson. Thank you for tuning in. And see y'all next time, man.